Dum, 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 dum. Just release me. Just release me. Just release me. To get away. You say you're trying to get an interview. Well, this is just released with Andre Wade. Just trying to reminisce about some things. I pray peace upon your families today, and I pray peace upon those who are incarcerated, women, men, and teenagers. Well, to speak up on that, you trying to do an interview. I can't do Skype right now, and now if you're not from Houston or anything, I can't do no interview. But if you within Houston, and it's a possibility that we can work out something, and I can probably make it to you and do the interview. But right now, my phone, the phone that I'm using, is not adequate enough for me. Well, you can get with me and then we can do the interview. I'm all up to interviews. I'm all up to anybody want to do interviews. Females, males, teenagers. You feel like you have something that you would like to get out to the people. He say, let's do it now. Okay, I can't because my producer's not here. But as soon as my producer it come, how can I get in contact with you? I know you called me before. So you have my number. Uh, you have my number. Then uh, call me, and we'll see what we can come up with. And I get my producer over here, and we can get an interview going. But I titled my title off of a program, a video I did earlier last year. But and I I felt it would be good to speak on it because there's so much that goes on inside the institution that can change your outlook on life. Prison, I always say, can do two things for you. It could help you or it could hurt you. And what I mean about help, let me give an insight on help and hurt in order what I mean. See now, let's say you go to prison, and it's ways to follow. It's ways to follow in the institution. What I mean by you got all different types of characters, and these characters are doing something totally different in prison. But if you ain't doing nothing to better yourself once you go home, then you doing the part where it hurts you. Because if you don't have for education and you in prison, you got, let's say, 5 years and 5 year sentence, and in that 5 year sentence, you only have to do, let's say you do half or you do less, and you get out the way you came, then you still you hurted yourself because you didn't benefit from the institution. Prison got so much to offer you, where people are paying life savings to get their kids through education in the free world. But in prison, you can get a college degree and don't have to pay anything but until you get out or something in that nature. But you are gaining something that's really not costing you nothing but some time. And you already doing time, so you got the time to give them. But so many people, they get in prison, they want to play dominoes, they want to sit in the day room, but they don't even want to work, don't even want to work. They don't even want to go to work. They just gonna sit in there and play dominoes from day room time to his rack time. Yeah, I seen that. I'm talking about from day room time to rack time. And you just giving the state idle time. You're not benefiting for yourself. You giving the state already getting paid for housing you, for feeding you, for clothing you. They already got a check. They don't get installments. They don't get, it's not a layaway. They give the state a guaranteed check already. They ready to put you out of the bed and put somebody else in there because that's another check. And there's somebody waiting to get in your bunk. But when we look at what goes on in the prison, right? When we look what goes on in prison, and we think on how it can better our situation, because we have all the time, I tell you, we sit in these cells reading westerns, reading novels all day. You got people that read novels and westerns all day. Go to chow, come back, go get in my book. I see you guys. I'm finna go get in my book. Been in, don't have one of them kind of sillies. I'd say, man, when a cell they move into my cell, I tell them just like this here. I say, hey, baby boy. I say, before you unpack your stuff, now I want to let you know how I live in here. Cause see, you moving in. I was already here, and if you can't put up with my living conditions, then hey man, I guess you going on leave back out the door and tell them to move you somewhere else because this is how I live. You ain't finna come in there and lay up all day, every day. When I go in, you in. No, we're gonna give one another house space. We're gonna give one another cell space because we deserve. Sometimes say I got a job and you don't, so I go to work in the morning. That's first shift. I leave, you still sleep. So when I get off, you in the cell still asleep. You getting up. So you should have been prepared. So we get it straight out the top on how we living in this cell, then we don't get in a conflict, between one another. Cause as a man, I'm gonna give you respect of the cell. I'll give you respect. I am. You see, I'm over here watching these westerns. I'm a western guy. I'm a western guy. I like a little westerns, I love karate movies, and but what I really dislike is really arguing with people inside of prison every day. You should want to get out the day room. You should want to get out your cell and be involved in something positive. Because they have something positive going on every day in prison. They got so much that they can offer you as an offender, as an inmate. You know what I'm saying? That you should want, you tell your people in jail why you're going to cut. If I can just get out of there, if they don't get me out, man, that's what I'm about. You tell them all kind of things, what you're going to do if you can just get out, right? And that's what y'all do. That's what we do. We go in here, and when we get down there and we see that the prison really ain't what they say it was, and you done walking around there now like you've been locked up 8 years and talking it used to be a time in prison that, man, some dudes you didn't even know they could talk. You didn't know they could talk. They were so quiet. And when I noticed about the last time I went, everybody bad, everybody talking in the day room. I mean, it messed me up, man, because I ain't seen none of them fight. I ain't seen none of them fight. How can you be bad if ain't nobody see you fight? And that's the way they are today. Today they are really into themselves, into somebody get on their butt. Hey man, I just wait, man. Hey man, hey, they go to the plea bargain, man. But I'm gonna tell you, the damnedest thing that you can do to somebody is slap them. See, when like let's say they sitting down and they bumping. See, off the rip they in violation. Off the rip they in violation because they talking smack, sitting down. See, and that's how comfortable it's done got in prison that they can walk around in a day room and shower slides. Yeah, today time. You couldn't do it back in the day. You had to stay strapped up. You only put your showers on when you went to building showers, take them off, put them tenders back on, and when you go to bed at night, rack up. But day room, you had to keep them on. You had to keep them on, baby. Because sometime, somewhere it's coming your way. It's coming your way. So look, but the best way to do it is slap them. And you slap them with the palm of your hand. You don't slap them, oh ass slap. You slap them like a karate slap. Man, it's gonna be so loud but it's silent. Bam, man, when that motherfucker, what you do, man, what you hit me with? Man, I'm talking about, man, the damnedest looks, the damnedest things come out of man when he get the dog stuff slapped out of him. Man, I'm serious. You slap somebody for 3-4 seconds, maybe longer than that, he gonna be trying to realize if he wanna fight you or not because you kind of done slapped that girl out of him. See, that girl came to surface. See, when you slap somebody and you slap and they pow and they bam, they get right on your butt. See, he didn't give you enough time to think about no hoe in him, right? So bam, I'm to it's on. But if you slap one and he ain't swung, you done kind of slapped that girl up out of him, and this girl still up in him. He ain't trying to fight you. He just slap scared him, and he was bumping, Hey, it's so prison can do two things to you. It can help you, or it can hurt you. Hey, when you tell somebody about just release, tell me that like button. Tell me that like button, cause they ain't no telling what I might come back with. And I'm going to come back with something, right? And y'all know I am. I'm going to come back with something regardless of the topic of the story. But I'm going to tell you something that we can reminisce on. And hey, baby boy, call me. Call me so we can get that interview in. I'm going to get that interview. I'm going to get that interview. So, until the next time, hey, this is Andre Wade with Just Release. And I'll be back with something else.